Welcome back. I'm freezing. I'm gonna try not to make this phone shake so much. I want to revisit the conversation we were having earlier about the Bible story we were talking about. And I left you with the question, more or less, who was the real MVP of that story? I kind of want to go through a few of the quote-unquote characters. So it's clear that Jesus had a ton of influence, right? By the end of the story, a lot of those people were calling Jesus a prophet because of the miracle that he performed. So he clearly had a ton of influence. We could also say that the disciples were the ones with the most influence. Just because they were in close relationship with Jesus, how much they associated with him, how much they were learning, what part they played in that, they were the real MVP. I think I would say the person with the most influence was the little guy, the little boy. You may or may not agree with that, or it may be like a stretch for your imagination or your mind to grasp that, but it wasn't because of the fact that he had so much, right? He didn't have so much. He had 5 loaves. And when I say loaf, I don't think it's like a loaf of bread like we get at the grocery store. It's like a little loaf of bread and 2 fish. It wasn't the amount he had. It was the fact that he was willing to step up. He was willing to give, and he was willing to share what he had. He was not someone who took the limelight, right? He was not someone who had a huge role of leadership. He was just willing. I'm gonna walk you over here. You're not gonna be able to see me. I'm gonna walk you over here, back to where my woods are. We were here before, and I want to do a little object lesson here. Okay, so my thought is that you can't see anything. I sure can't see anything. It's pitch black out here. There are no streetlights. I'm in the middle of the woods, more or less. You can see the stars. It's kind of cloudy, but you can see the stars really well out here. Now, to relate this to the fact of the little boy being willing and having so much influence, I came out here with a little flashlight, okay? You can see nothing, okay? I came out here with a little flashlight, and I want to show you how much difference it makes. Now, I'm going to turn this around. Now you can see my trees. Now you can see the path. Now you can see my boots. And my thought is this. What if we started to see our influence not as the size of the thing that we brought to the table, but the fact that we're willing to shine our light? It's not how big this flashlight is that I have. If you saw this and you knew I was going to walk into the woods with just this, you might laugh, because it's not big. It's the fact that I'm willing to shine it, to make it so that I can walk safely down this path. You have more of an influence than you think you do. You have more of a sphere of influence than you think you do. You have more of an impact than you think you do in your group of friends, within your family, in your classes. And you don't have to be loud, right? You don't have to be someone who is in the center of attention. But you do have to be willing. You do have to be willing. So be willing, right? Be like that little boy. You don't have to give up what you have, but you have to be willing to use what you've been given. Be like this flashlight. It's not big, but it sure makes a big difference in the pitch black. We'll see you guys next time.